We're gonna completely drain the turtle pond, empty it out, clean it out.
Welcome to Tommy's Reptiles, a channel dedicated to all things reptiles, where I create content showing my pet reptiles, reptiles in the wild, and my reptile DIY projects.
All right, ladies and germs, in today's episode, we're gonna completely drain the turtle pond, empty it out, clean it out, and we're gonna move it right to its normal spot that's right over here. First, we gotta drop in the pump, and we'll slide the other side of the pump tube right outside my fence so it doesn't make this area a wet mess. All right, we got the water draining. Now we sit and wait. So I'm gonna put my Diamondback Terrapin in this little container while we wait, and then I'll put the Belize slider in this bucket while we wait. And I wanna show you guys something. So I noticed recently that he was getting this white stuff forming on his shells, and it kind of looks like some kind of fungus. So I just went on Amazon and ordered him this antifungal cream stuff, and I asked the internet what the best stuff for turtle shells was, and that was it. So I'm gonna have to pull him out of the water probably every day, I guess, for like 2 weeks, kind of dry them out and then put that antifungal cream on those spots, and hopefully they go away. Here you go, bud. All right, so it's almost done draining. I'm gonna start taking all the stuff out, the cinder blocks, the filter. We have to clean the filter, and then I'm gonna start sliding it over there. Got to pull off the turtle basking section. It's a good thing we're doing this now because I actually see little like baby mosquito larvae or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called, but I think these things turn into mosquitoes. So we're gonna get rid of them. I used to have a power head in here that kind of stirs up the water, and they usually thrive in stagnant water. So I'm gonna have to hook something up to make the water flow so they can't produce in here. All right, that's low enough. I'm gonna unplug it, and then I'm gonna slide it out into the yard and dump out the rest of the water. Heave, heave, heave. All right, we're gonna dump the water and water this plant over here with this nasty fertilized turtle water. There we go. Okay, this is where it's gonna go for now. I think that's a good spot, so let's start filling it up with water. All right, it's almost fully topped off. I'm just gonna let it fill up right below this little drain hole. I drilled this in here just in case it rains. It'll self-drain. I'm gonna turn off the hose, start putting the decorations and the basking areas in, and then we'll grab the other turtle. Drop in the filter. Gonna plug it in right here next to this brown anole. Here we go. Take out the excess line. and we'll shut it. Gotta be careful, I don't want to crush this guy's hands. All right. Yeah, eventually I want to make a way better basking area so it's not kind of covering and looks so kind of junky and unnatural. I want to make a naturalistic looking one with sand and stuff they could actually, you know, sit down in instead of this thing, but gotta keep it for now. Gotta prop the bottom of the basking area up on this cinder block. All right, so we set up the basking spot. Like I said, we're gonna make something way more naturalistic. I don't want it hanging over the top of this. I actually want it to come off the side so they can climb out, go in some sand and climb back in. We got the filter going. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need the heater anymore this year, but I've had a heater in here for a while because it's been getting a little chilly here. Yeah, so you know what? Let's go get the Belize slider, let him in, and then give these guys something to eat. Here he is. Like I said, I ordered that antifungal cream. If anybody else has some tips for me, please let me know. This is the first time I've had to deal with this with this type of turtle. Hopefully it'll knock it right off. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let him go in this nice fresh water. There you go, buddy. We'll see if they're hungry. He's always trying to mate with her. They can't reproduce offspring, but I actually thought about getting another, at least one or two turtles around the same size so he kind of leaves her alone because he's always doing this to her, especially when she's trying to eat. And I want her to just kind of enjoy herself, so I'm gonna separate that. We got them hanging up in the basking area. Which is good for that fungus, so hopefully it dries off. Also good for the terrapin's scoots that are shedding. Looks like she might want to come down though, and he's in the way. All right, guys, that concludes today's episode. Thank you for watching Tommy's Reptiles.